If I told you your body works thanks to tiny substances and invisible ones with names that sound like Wi-Fi passwords, B12, K2, D3, you'd think this is a printer model. But without them, your body starts failing at basic things. Your skin dries out, your energy feels weird, your blood doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and your body loses maintenance mode. These are vitamins, and today I'm going to give you a simple map. Every vitamin your body needs, what each one does, what being low can feel like day to day, and where to get them without treating supplements like a lottery ticket. Quick note, this is education, not medical advice. If you have serious symptoms, talk to a professional. Before the alphabet soup, 2 rules. Rule 1, there are 13 essential vitamins, not 30, not the one an influencer told you to buy, 13. Rule 2, they split into 2 teams. Team 1, fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. They're more storable in the body. That's why the more is better can backfire. Team 2, water-soluble vitamins, C and the B complex. Your body doesn't store much, so consistency matters more. If you remember only one thing, remember this. A, D, E, K store. B and C need consistency. Let me give you a mental picture. In my head, vitamins are tiny employees inside a company. Vitamin D shows up wearing sunglasses. Vitamin K runs around yelling, "We need clotting." Vitamin C shows up carrying scaffolding. "We're rebuilding collagen." And vitamin B12 walks in serious, clipboard in hand, nervous system and blood, now. And me, I'm the stressed manager at the pharmacy, holding 5 bottles thinking, I have no idea what you people do. And that's where modern chaos begins. You don't feel good, and instead of having a map, you buy a letter. Oh, I'm tired, buy B12. Oh, I'm down, buy D. Oh, my hair, biotin. And boom, you built an altar of bottles without understanding the system. So let's fix this, fast and memorable. Here's the full list in a few seconds, all 13. A, C, D, E, and K. And 8 B vitamins, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. Done. That's the whole cast. Now breathe. You don't need to memorize everything at once. You just need to understand what each team does. Before we go vitamin by vitamin, a vitamin is not energy. A vitamin is not coffee. A vitamin is not fuel. A vitamin is more like a spark plug or an ignition key. The fuel is food, but without the key, the engine doesn't start right. Without the spark plug, combustion misfires. The machine still runs, but it runs badly. And that's what a lot of people feel. It's not I don't have energy, it's my body is trying to produce energy, but some step in the process is failing. Now, yes, to keep it easy, we'll always follow the same pattern. What it does, what it feels like when you're low, and where to get it. A simple memory hook. And after each block, I'll do a reset because lists get exhausting, and I don't want this to turn into a boring lecture. Deal? Start with Team 1, the fat-solubles, A, D, E, and K. Why do they matter? Because they mix with fat. They need fat to absorb well, and they tend to stick around longer, meaning when you overdo it, the body doesn't just flush it out. And when you eat 0 fat, you might absorb worse. I'm not saying you should become a fried food fan. I'm saying your body isn't a spreadsheet. It's biochemistry. Now, yes, vitamin A. Vitamin A is the night camera mode. It's involved in vision, especially in low light. It supports skin and tissues, and it supports immunity. When it's low, you might notice drier skin, more sensitive eyes, and in severe deficiency, night vision gets much worse. And here's a real story. For a long time, in some parts of the world, kids developed severe vision problems not by accident, but from vitamin A deficiency. And then a famous idea showed up. What if we put this nutrient into the most basic food of all? That's where golden rice comes in, with beta-carotene. You don't need to step into the political war around it. The point is, vitamin A isn't aesthetics, it's function. Where to get it? Orange and dark green veggies. Carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and also animal sources like liver. Hook, A for after dark, night vision. Vitamin D is the vitamin that acts like a boss. Your body can make it when the sun hits you, and it helps regulate calcium, bones, and muscles. Let me take you to a historical scene. Picture an old industrial city. Smoke, smog, kids growing up without real sunlight. And then you start seeing something absurd. Rickets, weak bones, deformities, impaired growth. It wasn't lack of willpower, it was environment plus low D. And that's why something that's normal today appeared. Food fortification, like fortified milk. Now, back to the modern world. We live indoors, work indoors, train indoors, relax indoors, and when we go out, we wear sunscreen, which is great for skin, but it changes the D story. Result, a lot of people run low on D. When it's low, some people feel lower energy, weakness, and over time it can show up in bones. Where to get it? Sun, fatty fish, fortified foods, and in some cases, supplementation. And here's the classy warning. D is fat-soluble. It's not a the more is better vitamin. Hook, D for day, sun, calcium, bone. Vitamin E is the bodyguard for your cells. It helps protect cell membranes from oxidative stress. Think protection. Vitamin E deficiency is uncommon, but in rare cases, it can affect nerves and muscles. Where to get it? Nuts, seeds, plant oils, and leafy greens. And here comes a very important part for the internet. There's a toxic health idea that says if it's good, more is better. But biology doesn't work like that. High-dose vitamin E supplements have been linked in research to specific risks. So the message isn't be afraid of vitamins. The message is understand the team. A, D, E, and K store, so respect it. Hook, E for shield, cell protection. Vitamin K is the stop bleeding vitamin. It activates proteins involved in clotting, and it plays a role in bone health. And here's a curious science fact. When researchers put animals on fat-free diets, they started having bleeding problems, not because they ran out of blood, but because without fat, absorption of the ADEK team drops, and K is a key piece for clotting. Where to get it? Leafy greens, broccoli, and some oils. And K2 shows up more in fermented foods and some animal foods. It's nutritious and smells like, let's call it, old socks. And yes, many hospitals give vitamin K to newborns because at that stage the margin is smaller. Hook, K for clotting spelled wrong on purpose. K, clots. Quick reset for Team 1. A, D, E, and K, fat-soluble. Store more, so more isn't always better. And fat helps absorption. So far so good? Now Team 2, the water-solubles. Here the logic is different. You don't store much, so consistency matters. And the internet gets this wrong too, because some people take everything in one day and think they covered the month. That doesn't always work. Start with vitamin C. Vitamin C is the builder. It helps produce collagen. Collagen is structure, skin, gums, blood vessels, connective tissue. And here comes the most famous story in the world, scurvy. Sailors on long voyages, no fruit, no vegetables, and suddenly people getting weak, bleeding, not healing, until someone noticed citrus changed the game, and that's where the nickname limeys came from. Now, quick myth. Vitamin C isn't a magic shield against colds, but it can help in a modest way, especially with duration. Not a miracle, a small adjustment. Where to get it? Citrus, berries, bell peppers, and broccoli. Hook, C for collagen. It's the scaffolding.
Now, the B complex. And here, I want you to forget the idea of one vitamin. The B complex is a family, and the simple rule is B vitamins help turn food into usable energy, and they support the nervous system. Think of it as fuel and wiring. B1 helps with energy metabolism and nerve function. And here's another real story. In diets heavily based on polished, refined rice, cases of beriberi showed up. Again, it wasn't emotional weakness. A biochemical step was missing. Where to get it? Pork, legumes, whole grains, seeds. Hook. B1 is battery, energy, and nerves. B2 helps convert food into energy. And yes, it can make your pee neon. When you take supplements, that's often riboflavin. Where to get it? Dairy, eggs, lean meats, leafy greens, enriched grains. Hook. B2 is brightness, neon. B3 supports metabolism and cellular processes. And historically, severe deficiency became known as pellagra, a condition that showed up in contexts of limited diets, poverty, monotonous diets. The body is brutally literal.
If the raw materials don't come in, the system collapses. Where to get it? Meat, fish, peanuts, enriched grains. Hook. B3 is burn fuel. Look, I know we're in the middle of the B alphabet, and vitamin lists get tiring, so I'm gonna do it differently now. I'll give you the next 4 B vitamins faster, but without losing what matters. Breathe and come with me. B5 helps build important molecules. It's part of essential metabolic pathways. Deficiency is rare. Where to get it? Lots of foods. Meat, mushrooms, avocado, whole grains, seeds. Hook. B5 is build, construction. B6 helps with protein metabolism and neurotransmitter production. And this is where many people feel it indirectly. You can't point and say it's B6, but you feel like your nervous system isn't running smoothly. Where to get it? Chicken, fish, potatoes, bananas, chickpeas. Hook. B6 is brain fuel. B7 is biotin, the darling of hair, skin, nails marketing. Is it important? Yes. Is it a magic serum? No. A lot of people already get enough. What happens is biotin is easy to sell because it's easy to promise. Where to get it? Eggs, nuts, seeds, salmon, legumes. Hook. B7 is branding because marketing loves it. B9 is folate. It supports DNA and cell division, and it's especially important during pregnancy because early development is highly sensitive to folate. Where to get it? Leafy greens, beans, citrus, fortified grains. Hook. B9 is blueprint, DNA blueprint. B12 supports nerve function and red blood cell formation. And here's the clarity that saves comment sections. Leafy greens do not provide B12 reliably. B12 is mainly found in meat, fish, eggs, dairy, and fortified foods. So if someone eats fully plant-based, they often rely on fortified foods or supplements. And yes, low B12 can mess with energy and neurology over time. That's not drama, it's function. Hook. B12 is wiring and blood, nerves and red blood cells. Quick reset for Team 2. C and B. Water-soluble. Consistency matters. If you got lost in the B alphabet, here's the one line. B vitamins are fuel and wiring. And the headline, B12 doesn't come from leafy greens. Now the practical part. No obsession, no impossible protocol. I'm going to give you a simple map that works for 90% of people as a starting point. First, eat colors every day. Not because color has mystical energy, it's because color usually means different phytonutrients and vitamins. Dark greens help a lot with K and folate. Orange helps with A. Red, yellow varies the repertoire. Second, eat real protein. Not because protein is trendy, but because many B vitamins show up more often in protein-rich foods. And for many people, that's where B12 lives. Third, include healthy fat, because the ADEK team is fat-soluble, and fat helps absorption. So a perfect meal isn't perfect by macros, it's perfect because it has the 3: color, protein, and fat. Now quick myth number 2. A multivitamin fixes everything. It doesn't. It can help cover gaps in some scenarios, but it doesn't replace sleep, decent food, sunlight, movement, and most importantly, it doesn't give you the map. It only gives you letters. And without a map, you stay in chaos. Now a classy warning about excess. In general, the bigger excess risk is with the fat solubles, A, D, E, K, because they store more. So if you're stocking supplements, especially high doses, it's worth having criteria and guidance. I'm not saying you should be afraid. I'm saying respect the system. Now let's turn this into action. A 7-day mini challenge. Simple, easy to do, hard to ignore. For 7 days, a colorful fruit or vegetable at every meal. 1 protein source per day. 1 healthy fat source per day. A short 10-minute walk, and you'll track one thing, your 3 p.m. energy. Because at 3 p.m., the mask comes off. Either you're fine
or you're turning into a human potato. And I want you to notice, did it change? Did it improve? Or did it stay the same? Not perfect, just honest. And on day 7, you'll tell me. It can be in the comments, it can be just for you, but I want you to notice it. Let me give you 3 plate examples, just so you can see what I mean. Simple breakfast, eggs or yogurt, a piece of fruit, and a handful of nuts. Simple lunch, a protein, leafy greens, a colorful vegetable, and olive oil. Simple dinner, legumes or fish, veggies, and a healthy fat. This isn't a diet, it's a map. Now back to the beginning. Remember my supplement cabinet, the chaos? I didn't fix my life with a magic pill. I fixed the confusion. Vitamins aren't energy drinks. They're switches that let your systems run. So here's the mantra. Food first, consistency second, pills last. And if you're thinking, okay, what about the other vitamins? There are no secret letters. These 13 are the essential cast. But vitamins are only half the story. The next layer is minerals, iron, zinc, magnesium, and that changes how you feel too. And there are important nutrients the internet calls vitamins that technically aren't, like choline. That's another episode. Now comment, which vitamin confused you the most? A, D, or B12? And tell me your 3 p.m. energy this week. Good, okay, or terrible? And if you did the 7-day challenge, tag me when you hit day 7. I want to know if it worked. See you then.